Alright, you guys, in the last video, we tried to blow up this $100 Alibaba subwoofer, and y'all said it didn't count. I think one foot we got off wrong on was the fact that we were just abusing and trying to blow up that subwoofer, and a large majority of you guys want to see a real-world test, real-world applications, and maybe dive a little bit deeper into the specs. So, as promised, here's a follow-up video. Same exact subwoofer. This is not the new one. This is the one we previously abused. We got a sealed box, a ported box, and a little bit bigger of a ported box. I know one of you guys wanted to see a temp gun, so we got that too. Because once we conclude testing in these boxes, we're going to free air it again, and we're going to just completely heat soak it and see how long it takes for this thing to blow up. We're going to see how hot that coil gets, how warm the motor gets, and when it lets go. So today I think we're going to jump first into the sealed box, then to the ported, then to the large ported. See if it lasts that long, and if it does, it won't last much longer.
The large ported is 2 cubes. The smaller ported is 1.6 cubes. What we could find on the sub was between 1.5 and 2 cubes, but they weren't too accurate. Plus we found the exact X max that we could prove. 13.7 one way, I believe, and 27
and a half
max
both ways, peak to peak. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the testing and see how this subwoofer performs, talk a little bit more about specs, and see how long it lasts. Alright guys, we're over here at the test bench. Got it put in this sealed box. We're gonna just run a couple different things, low volume, and then turn the volume up. First up is a 20 to 40 hertz sweep. We're gonna see how this thing gets down at a low volume. There's just right over 20 watts. Absolutely filling this garage with bass. You can see it's moving quite a good amount. Let's go ahead and crank it up.
I can't believe it's putting out that much bass. It's such low wattage.
60 watts.
Sounds pretty good in the sealed box, don't it?
Oh yeah. And we're right under 100 there, guys. Now this subwoofer's FS is 27 hertz. It's got a good amount of motor force. It's not the most crazy excursion subwoofer, but it's a pretty decent subwoofer, to be honest. It's 120 watts. $150. Subwoofer's moving a pretty good amount. It sounds good. We're going to turn this down. Alright guys, we got some music playing. We're going to do the same exact test. Take it to around 150 watts with just some music.
Is that rebase music?
Yeah. It's pretty good frequencies. I apologize for the box noise. That is not the subwoofer. It's an old box. I had to dig deep to find this small of a sealed box. Pretty good. I mean, I saw a peak around 190 watts there. Go ahead and play this. performing pretty good in a sealed enclosure, you guys. We're going to go ahead and hop back on that 20 to 40 hertz sweep and throw a good amount more power at this thing. 20 40 hertz. We're going to throw a good amount of power at it here. $900 for a good amount of time there. Go ahead and switch it to the music. We'll do the same thing. I do smell the subwoofer a little bit. And I was expecting a fair amount of power handling increase from putting it inside of a sealed enclosure. We got a little bit. We got close to 1,000 watts there without bottoming it out. And I feel like the smell is very prominent because all that air is probably trapped in there. So you guys got to keep that in mind. There's no air circulation and things are going to get hot a little bit quicker. But it did take a little bit more power without bottoming out. I don't want to blow it up too early. So we're going to go ahead and throw it in a ported box. This box is kind of falling apart anyways, but that is a pretty close to spec sealed box for the subwoofer. Now we're going to do the same in a ported enclosure. See if the power handling changes at all and see if we can still smell it or if it's just because all that air is trapped in there. While we're getting boxes swapped out here, guys, I just want to make sure we get through all of our testing before we do any permanent or irreversible damage to this subwoofer. We do plan on blowing it up in this video, but a lot of you guys wanted to see it in different boxes, different scenarios, and I just want to make sure we get through all that first. So we got the subwoofer in the smaller ported enclosure. We're going to go ahead and run that 20-40 hertz sweep again and see how this subwoofer likes it at a relatively low power. You're going to obviously get a lot more low end response. Every single enclosure, the smallest changes can make differences. That's a talk for another time. But that is part of the reason why we recorded an enclosure here for you guys. The bigger one will dig a little deeper. We're well over 300 watts peak on our low end. And it sounds great. Pretty good volume from all frequencies. Yeah, we're over 400 watts. This thing's Alright, we got that out of the way. We'll go ahead and throw on some music now.
That's what they like to see. They like to see that woofer flex.
We're getting a fair amount more excursion in the ported box at a lower power as expected. But we're also getting a lot more noise. pretty fair trade-off for power handling, if you ask me. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that thing flexing, but it's getting down at just under 400, I believe. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and crank that power up a little bit more, and it's probably going to bottom out. We'll see. So right there, we got a little bit of motor noise. It's not quite bottoming out. Just under 600 watts. Let's see what one more click does to it. So there we are, bottoming out. 750 watts. At this point, I can smell the subwoofer a little bit. It's not that bad, but it's there. We're gonna let it cool off and then go back to some music, throw some more power at it, and then swap boxes. Alright guys, the center of the dust cap was reading after that last test around 88. It's cooled down now to around 77. Pretty much as cool as it's gonna get, so we're gonna go ahead and run that music test now at a much higher volume. Just some plain old music, not rebased or anything, and see how it performs. Well, I must say that sounded pretty good. While we didn't throw a crazy amount of power at it, we're not trying to blow it up quite yet. We're going to go ahead and get this sub switched over to the bigger ported enclosure, run a few more tests on it, and then I think we're going to see how long this thing could last. Maybe see how it does playing for around 2 minutes straight, no breaks. If it lasts after that, it's time to blow it up. We got the $100 Alibaba subwoofer and the 2 cubic foot ported enclosure. This is a down for sound flat pack in case you were wondering. We're going to go ahead and play some music at a low volume, see how it performs. It's significantly louder than the 2 cubic foot box. There's definitely a notable difference there. Got it. I'm going to play it a watts when I turn that down. Sounds really nice. Right over 4. We'll go ahead and run it back to that 20-40 hertz sweep. See what it does at a low volume. Crank it up. See if it bottoms out. And then I think we're gonna do a 2-minute long music test on this. See how it holds up to high volume 2 minutes. lot easier to stretch that thing out. I'd say we'll put our mechanical limit there. We're giving it around 300 watts. It's a lot lower on the low frequency at around 70 watts. This thing stretches its legs really easy inside this box. Almost 700. Crank it up a little bit more. 800 watts. Slightly knocking it out there. We're almost 1,000 watts. It's taking it up. Over 900 watts there. It sounds great. We got stuff falling down over here. We're gonna go ahead and switch it back to the music, start a timer, and do a 2-minute long test for you guys. Just 2 minutes straight. Go ahead and check the temperature real quick before we start the test. Of course, it's just dust cap surface temp. I wish I could get a direct coil read inside the box. Can't quite do that. We're at 89.3 before the test begins. We're gonna go ahead and turn it up right until we start to hear some noise, some bottoming out. We'll back off a little bit, 1, maybe 2 clicks, start the timer, and go for 2 minutes straight. See if the subwoofer survives. Back on.
That air. You can feel that air clear over here.
Everything's swelling over here, guys. Alright, you guys. That was very close, or well over 2 minutes, I'm not sure. I wasn't doing a good job keeping an eye on the timer when we started. We've got stuff falling all over around here. Go ahead and check that service temp on the dust cap. I saw 92 for a second there, but it's reading 90 degrees, so it's not even, it's definitely warm. It's very warm, actually. Reading 90 degrees. 93. $95.
I think it did pretty good, but I think we might have did a little damage on the last video when we did the free air.
Very true, very true. I'm surprised that it held up though. I mean, there were certain low frequencies that were hitting. We saw an average around 500 watts throughout that. A couple of those low notes were causing the sub to still bottom out. While very slightly, it was bottoming out. And for 2 minutes straight, that's pretty good. I think we're gonna go ahead and run a sine wave through this thing after it cools down a little bit. We'll do the same test. We're gonna go ahead and do this subwoofer's FS, which is 27 hertz. We're gonna do that for 2 minutes straight. See if it holds up. We decided to go ahead and get it out of the box. We've done enough box testing. Our voice coil temps right around 93, 81. It's the peak is the highest I saw right there was 93. Inside the pole vent, 78, 80. Our motor is not that warm, 68 degrees for the motor. We got this subwoofer's FS, 27 hertz loaded up. We're gonna go ahead and take it to mechanical noise, back off 1 or 2 clicks, and see if it'll last 2 minutes. You know what, we're gonna leave it right there, because that's only 200 watts. I'm pretty sure we went a little over 2 minutes there. Let's go ahead and double check that. Saw pretty high temps on the voice coil. Nothing crazy though. We'll just say 140. That's the highest I saw. But yeah, we definitely had a little bit of noise there. Let it rock out for the 2 minutes. No smoke, no smell, really. Now, we were pushing this thing to its pretty much mechanical limits. I guess the only thing we could do is turn it up a little louder, right, guys?
You want to go to 25 hertz?
Yeah, we'll drop it down to 25 hertz. We'll let this thing cool down and give it a fair advantage. Let this thing cool down, drop it to 25 hertz, and turn the wattage up. All right, guys, that marks the death of the Alibaba subwoofer. Make sure you guys check out the Facebook. The giveaway winner is going to be drawn extremely soon. It's going to be live. Make sure you click that bell so you know when we go live, you can see who wins. If you're not entered in that, go enter in it. We're also going to cut this thing open, post some pictures of the Facebook if you want to see what that coil looks like. But what a crazy video, you guys. I cannot believe how much power and abuse and heat this thing took before it finally let go. Unfortunately, I did just watch the clip back. There's no audio, so I'm sure you were listening to me having to voice that over. We do apologize for that, but this subwoofer was quite impressive, you guys. There's a little sneak peek at that coil.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so when we announce that we're going live, you can be there.
Yeah, you heard him. The garage is still full of smoke, but oh my gosh, what an impressive show from this $100 Alibaba subwoofer. I think we got to give all you guys what you wanted. You got to see it blow up, you saw the smoke show, and you got to see it in a box.
Box is.
Yeah, box is sealed, ported, and a bigger ported enclosure, but that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We always do our best to get back to each and every one of you and pump out car audio content that you know and love. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video.
So until next time, bass
Bass
on.
on.